name is Katina Topash, and today we're going to be utilizing the booty kicker bar for 45-minute practice, utilizing TheraBands for our upper body conditioning and strengthening, the booty kicker bar for our lower body work, and then we'll be blending that with yoga and Pilates and ballet bar movements in order to create a 45-minute practice that's going to condition us all the way from top to bottom. So are you ready to sizzle and shake at the bar? We'll begin in our mountain pose, and then we're going to just take our feet a little bit wider. This is called a wide second. Hips, knees, and toes are externally rotated. So as we bend our knees a little bit, let's check that our knees are in line with our hips, and then our middle toe is in line with our knees. We can take a second to kind of tip the pelvis forward and back just a little bit, just to be aware of where the pelvis is, and then we'll try to find a nice neutral position. We'll draw all of our energy up through our inner core, from the arches of our feet to our inner thighs, up through our pelvic floor, and then a gentle drawing in of our hip bones. Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. We're going to start our music and we will get going. All right, so just take a second to kind of settle in. Knees are a soft bend. Roll our shoulders back and down a couple times. We're going to start with some upper body shoulder rolls, but we'll just set the tone. So shoulders back and down, nice long tall spine. So think about a string attached to the crown of our head, and then a weight kind of shifting down into our pelvis. Take our arms out to the side. So this is called second position with the arms. So our legs are in wide second, our arms are in second. Just a soft bend to the elbows, relaxed hands, but a nice strong lift through our core. We'll start with some shoulder rolls to the back. We're going to move in through all of our joints to get them ready. Let's draw those shoulders forward. And then our full range of motion for our planes of motion so that we're ready for the workout today. Moonflowers. Inhale, extend the arms and legs. Exhale, bend elbows and knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale. So we're connecting breath, movement, and our mind. Inhale up. Exhale. Move into sunflowers. Inhale up. This time sweep the ground. Inhale up. I'm using my bar. I'm going to scooch forward a little bit. Inhale, rise. Exhale. One more time. Now move to port de bras. Arms out, lean to the right. Back to the center, then left. So it's a lateral flexion. Feeling the rib space open up. Let the breath flow. Feels good to move. Plie with a tendu point. We're going to drop down and point, down and point. So a little more energy here. You can move as big a range of motion or as little as you like. Depends on how your knees, your hips, your shoulders feel. Just breathe it in. New position, lunge. Right leg forward, left leg back. Inhale, expand. Exhale, arabesque. So we're going to stretch our chest and then squeeze our left glute. A little bit of balance work here. Let the eyes stay fixed. Now we're going to add a twist, so more balance. Gentle twist to the right. Passe through the center. Lift. Twist to the right. Passe center. Lift that knee up towards hip height. Keep our hips neutral as we twist. Last one. Now we're going to step our left foot out. Alternate heel lifts. We're in a wide second facing the long edge of our mat. Again, relax the shoulders, neutral pelvis. Breathe it in. Option heels up or down as we drop and rise into plie. So if you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, lift both heels. If that doesn't feel steady or stable, I'm going to be facing away from you. I want you to face the back of your mat to lunge. We're going to go back to that inhale, expand. Exhale, rise. I'm going to face back, but you guys stay. Exhale, rise. I'll face this here. Open the chest and stretch long. Now we're going to add that twist. Twist towards the left. Passe back through the center. Knee up towards hip height. Twist to the left. Passe center. One more big balance challenge. Step the right foot to the wide edge, and we're going to take our hands to our thighs, drop down through one shoulder, look over the other. Breathe in through the center. Little twist of our spine again. Gentle rotation. One more. Step back to the front of our mat to mountain. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale into chair, little chair flow. Grounding down through our feet. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, sink it down. And we're all about the twist this morning. So let's breathe in, bring the hands to the heart, twist to the right as we sit into chair. Continuing our flow of our breath, moving our body. Last one. Now the heels are going to come together in first. Plie, releve, extend. My arms are out in first position, right in front of the navel. Relax, shoulders, bend, releve, extend. So a little coordination here. It's kind of like doing this. And then I'm going to add one more piece. As the knees are bent, the arms in first. As we rise, the arms go to fifth overhead. But think about it a little bit. Sink, lift, rise. One more time. All right, just from here, take a cat-cow. Inhale, expand our chest. Exhale, wrap the arm, round it out. Try to move the opposite arm over, so we're alternating the arm that's on top. Feel that nice movement through the spine. Last one. Turn our toes forward, heels back. Take a deep breath in towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive down all the way to forward fold. Let the head hang for a moment. Release our shoulders, our neck. Any tension. We're getting ready to come into a really fun practice. All right, lift the head halfway up and bend the knees. Go ahead and grab yourself a drink, and then you're going to grab your TheraBand. So this first bit is for upper body conditioning. Primarily the shoulders and the upper back. So we're going to stand on this band with the balls of the feet and the toes right underneath our hips. Hands are down by the side. Take a nice big shoulder roll. Start with the arms. We're going to extend the arms behind us and then bring it back down. Now option, add a releve as we extend. So we're balance challenge, coordination. Let's go singles, as well as strengthening the upper back and delts. Breathe in, breathe out. Starting to feel a little heat build into that upper back. You can always grab more of the band if you want more. Now let's pulse. Up, up, up. So we have to be engaged through all of our bandhas. The feet, the pelvic floor lift gently, and the hip bones drawn towards one another. Last couple. Woo. All right, shake it out. We're going to come quickly down to the ground. Left foot forward. Wrap the band around the ball of the feet and the toes. Now place the band into the left hand, right hand by the side, sit it nice and tall. We're going to row and point. So as we point our toe, we're pulling our elbow back and then release. Point and pull. We're moving in opposite directions. Force physical opposites. That's our Hatha Yoga. All right, let's go to singles. So really squeeze the left rhomboid to get that shoulder to pull back. And then we feel our left delt as well. We're also doing some nice work through our ankles, working the fascia in the bottom of our feet. Point our toe and pulse our elbow back. Check your posture. Keep this knee in nice and close. Sits bones anchored. Grab a couple more on this side. And then we switch. So release, switch feet. Wrap the band around the right ball of the foot and the toes. Bring the band into the right hand. Left knee is bent. Pull our belly towards our thighs. Anchor down through the left hand. Point and row. Pull as we extend. And then release. Exhale and inhale. I want you to feel the shoulder blade pull towards the spine. Singles. Point and pull. Now check posture. Have we started to round? It's easy to do. Pull the belly towards the thigh. Point and pulse. So pull the elbows straight back. Feel the sits bones grounded, spine nice and long. Almost done on this side. and release. All right, coming to our knees, we're gonna place the band equal distance under our knees. The band's gonna come into the left hand. You can bring your right hand to your hip or down by the side. I'll show you a few options. The left arm's gonna go into a lateral raise as we flex laterally as well. So this right arm can come up and over, or a little less lever length, keep it at the hip. So are you feeling too much through the lower belly and the lower core? If so, bring that hand down. If you feel like you can add a little more resistance, let's take that arm up and over. So keep the chest forward, shoulders down and back. Left arm comes just to shoulder height. Quick switch, drop that side, pick up the other side. Over. Woo, and I grabbed too much of the band, so we'll let go of a little bit so I can finish this. That's the beautiful thing about TheraBands. We can quickly adjust our resistance by grabbing onto more of the band if we want more, or a little higher on the band, a little less of the band if we want less resistance. We're almost there, a couple more. Last one right here. Oh, release, shake it out. Come into a cat-cow. Exhale, round out the spine. Inhale, open the chest. One more time. And release. Now, I'm going to face you for this next sound, but feel free to turn sideways on your mat. We're going to place our band under our right foot, under the ball of the foot. Come into a side angle pose. Roll our shoulder open, bicep curls. So bring the right arm up to the right shoulder. Now we can have lots of options here. We can come down deeper, making sure our core is strong, our chest is open, or we can always come up higher. Now if we come higher, realize you may want to let go of one of the straps of the band, or just grab a little less. Let's pulse. Up, up, up. So quick, fast twitch movements, basic muscles, breathing in, creating some strength and balance. Everything is isolated isometrically except the bicep. Almost there with this. Now all you're going to do is rise up, pivot, so you'll be facing the front of your mat, drop into a lunge. I'm going to face you now. And the band stays in the right hand. A little hinge forward, elbow to the ribs. Tricep kick back. We want to have our whole torso long and strong. The elbow is going to anchor just above the rib cage. Now check the shoulders. If we feel one shoulder dropping, try to get them level. We're moving from the elbow joint. All right, you guys, back to those pulses right here. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Feel the whole lower body stabilizing us. Lots of balance work here as we're also firing up that back tricep. Breathe. Original me. Couple more here, you're almost there. And done. Take a quick stretch of that side or shake it out, whatever you want. Whatever feels good for that side of the body. And then we're going to set up the other side. So your option is to just face the back of the mat. Back to that warrior two stance. I'm going to face you. So band is now onto the left foot. Open the chest towards the long edge. Hinge slightly from the hip. Bicep curls from side angle. What we do on one side, we got to do on the other. It's the beauty of YogaBarre is that we're always working towards balance. Keep it going. Lots of choices here. Do you want to come a little deeper? Work that core a little bit more. Or do you feel like coming higher is feeling better for your body? All right, let's pulse it out. Or maybe somewhere in between. Notice if the front shoulder is rolling over. That might mean you need to come a little higher so that you can open up your chest. The original old me. No matter what we do to transform our physical body, we are still the original us, forever and always. Breathe it in and relax. Now, again, pivot. You're just going to pivot to face the front of the mat. Bring our elbow in behind our rib. I'm going to face you. elbow to rib, hinge forward, kick back. Now you have your bar here. So it's always an option to use that bar for stability, or a chair, or whatever it is that you're using. If you feel like you need that support. Everything is braced, belly strong, breathe. Let's pull, strut it out, out, out. So think about what's stabilizing and what's moving. Really important to keep our body and our joints in the right place and to keep them healthy. So our shoulder girdle is stabilizing this humerus at the shoulder joint, but then we're allowing the tricep muscles to provide the kickback. Almost there, and relax. Okay, shake it out. This is a quick little set here. We're gonna step wide on the band, turn our toes out, and then we're gonna row. Elbows are gonna pull wide towards the shoulders. Really have to brace that core here. We're gonna feel some pressure. Again, if you need to come up higher because it doesn't feel good on your low back, please feel free. Focus the energy to the back of the body. Breathe. 4 more. 3, 2, and that slowed down even on us. Release. All right, upper body work complete. Take a nice deep breath. Little stretch. Shake everything out. Go ahead and grab yourself a drink. We're gonna move into our seat. Booty work. So face our bar. Hands are gonna gently press into the bar. Shifting onto our right foot. Let's open our left hip and just take a little tap down. Now we're gonna squat, rise. Be mindful of the work here. Remember, the work is in the glutes primarily. We want to sit back towards that hip. Let's pulse. As we do, the spine stays long and tall, chest is lifted. Be mindful not to roll and lean into the bar. You can even press into the bar. Now our next movement is a squat into a passe. It looks like this. Squat, lift up. Squat, lift up. So our left knee is pulling towards hip height, and it's an external rotation. 2 more. Next move, warrior 3. Turn the hip under, and then drop into this right leg. Little squats. Left leg is extended fully, so we're feeling the squeeze in the glute. But prime work is right here in this right leg. Hold. Take a little rainbow arc of that back leg. Not a big one. Just a little, it's a little rainbow, but it's pretty rainbow. Up and over, tap. 2 more. Release. Sit back. Go ahead and stretch the right leg out. Stretch it out. All right, we got a booty in our pants on both sides. So let's take our left foot under our left hip. Open our right hip out to the side. Single leg squat into the left leg. Drop, press. Whatever your range of motion, I want you to feel a contraction up through the left glute. Let's drop it down. Pulse, pulse. So shift back, sit into the heel, although the whole foot is grounded, but all of our weight is back. Let's go squat, passe, drop down, lift up, down, lift up. I'm going to turn just so you can see. This hip is open as we come up, knee towards hip height. Turn it under warrior 3, left leg drops and bends. Doesn't matter the height, you can come all the way to parallel, or you can be a little bit higher. We're still working the glute. Hold, up and over, little rainbow arc, like you're tapping the floor. Now check your low back. If you're feeling this in your low back, then maybe come up a little higher, brace a little more, and release. Sit it back. Oh, we are not done. We got some more booty in our pants. Now if you're on a chair, you're not going to be able to put as much weight into the bar. So just be mindful of how much weight you can pull against the bar. I want you to sit back into a chair pose as much as you can, and then drop down and up. So again, if you don't have something with some stability, you might need to take a little more lean forward. If you do have some stability, you can sink it back a little bit. Let's pulse, pulse. But check it out, knees over ankles, shoulders as much over hips as we can. Load the glutes. The whole posterior chain down here is firing. Okay, if you can hear the music, it's got to build. And it's building and building and building. What's it going to? Is it going to a break? Not yet. Just a little more work. Shift to the right leg, left leg lifts. Single leg squat pulses. If that doesn't work for you, both feet down. If we can get this single leg work, we're going to help to balance out our muscles. Balance our sides. Woo, switch. Now this is the finish line for these glutes. So sink, sink. It's not a big movement as you can see, but I want to load the leg, load the left leg. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Let's bring our hands to our shins into monkey pose. Breathe. And release. All right, you guys. Beautiful job. Moving into thighs. Grab a drink. So, prime focus here, fronts of the legs. We're going to set up our right hand to the bar or chair. Feet are parallel, so mountain pose. We're going to bring our left arm out into second position as our right hand's on the bar. Now go ahead and, if it's in your practice to releve, lifting off through our heels, single plies, drop, rise. Let's get your breath. Set our chest nice and tall. Drag those knees just slightly forward. Stay here. Anytime. If you come up on the heels, off the heels, you can release them. Always brace and lift. Tall spine. All right, we got a little action coming. We're going to move to a lunge on the left leg. So combo is left leg, passe, extend, release. Lunge, passe, extend, release. As we extend the leg, we can also releve. Option. Now, as we go into that lunge, keep our chest up. Everything is tall and lifted. Heart rate's up just a little bit too here. One more. Bring it back to parallel, releve, pulse, down, down. You're gonna feel a little fire in that leg. Leg 5. Now you're welcome to turn your body so you can switch sides. I'm gonna stay facing you. Drop down, up. If I have a chair that I can easily just move over to one side, I want to place my left hand on the bar or the chair. We're going to be switching legs. Breathe, stay here. Option to release. Keep it smaller or drop it bigger, your choice. So I'm going to step off the bar so I can use my right arm to move. Here we go, step right leg back, lunge, extend, release. Lunge, passe, extend, release. Left hand is your support if you want to take that releve. If that's not feeling right, stay grounded. Still getting the work through the thigh. Still getting the heart rate lifted. 2 more. Back to parallel releve, pulses. Drop, down, down. Still got some fire. Let it rain. Little fire for transformation. We breathe through it. All right, quick transition. Come down to the ground. If you have a ball or a block, we're going to place it into our upper thighs. If you need extra padding beneath your knees, take that. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see. Now we're going to drop our hip back and up. The level that you go is going to determine the strain on the knees, so how much are we available to? Also the amount of work. So lower, more challenging. Option, arms up. So if we need to have a little less, come higher. Make the movement small. We're still flexing at the hip, flexing at the knee, but maybe just a smaller range. Pulses, drop, drop. Everything else is lifted up. Be mindful of rounding through the spine. Shoulders soft. You can always bring the hands in for a little shorter lever. Woo, we're not done. Stay here unless you need a break. You always have the choice. Drop it down. Let it rain like fire. Just one more, you've got this. 4, 3, 2, whoo. Done. Place the ball away, stand up. Take a quick stretch, draw our heel towards our glutes. Breathe. Oh, that one got our heart up, that one got our thighs on fire. Stretch both sides. All right, so our last standing bit of work is going to be for the hips. Lots of external and internal rotation. So facing our bar, we're going to open our hips out to a wide second. Now go ahead and bend the knees. Check in. Knee to toe alignment. We can always adjust to our hips. Single plies. Down, up, down. So the whole time, I want to fire those external rotators. Feel the hips opening up. Pelvis is neutral, shoulders soft. We're going to move to a fire hydrant. I'm going to shift to my left leg as my right leg goes straight out to the side. I'll turn so you can see a little better. So you're just standing here nice and tall. Shoulders are tall and level. And we're abducting our leg. So straight out. Foot is flexed. You got it. You're going to feel that work through the outer thigh. A little bit of oblique to keep our chest up. Now, with both hips open, we're going to move to curtsy to fire hydrant. So we curtsy to fire hydrant. Curtsy, fire hydrant. I mean, hips are open. And then to work that fire hydrant, we're going to have to take it a little more internal rotation. So external, internal. Pulse down, hold, curtsy. Both hips are open. Pelvis is coming down right in the middle of the legs. Chest is tall. Whoopsie daisy. If we need an oopsie daisy little break, feel free. Back to the fire hydrant. Drop and squeeze. So we're not just flailing this leg wherever. Lots of control. Lift. 2 more. Wide second. Open the hips like a butterfly. So we're just rolling that femoral head around in the hip socket, creating some nice synovial joint fluid. Now a little fun with internal external rotation of the head as well. So as we roll our hip, we can also roll our head. If that doesn't feel good for us, just the hips switch sides. Roll it. All right, back to focus. Left heel up, drop and pulse. So as one heel is up, can we keep our pelvis level? Instead of hiking that hip, keep it dropped. So feel the flexion at the front hip. Switch to the right foot. Left heel down. We're just taking a gentle press into our bar. That helps to expand our rib cage. All right, option, both heels down or both heels up. Pulse, pulse. If you're shaking a little bit, that's okay. It's all good. Let it shake. All right, back to our fire hydrant. Switch legs. Left leg comes out, out. Knee directly out from the hip line. Just like frog pose in yoga. The foot is flexed. And we're strengthening those abductors. Stay here. Your leg can always go a little lower. But let's look down. Are we in front? Are we behind? Can we come straight up to the side? Back to our curtsy to fire hydrant. Drop it down, squeeze. Down, squeeze. Lift. Exhale, inhale. rotated. It's not a squat, so we're not sitting back, we're dropping down right in the center of our legs. Focus on the openness in our hips. Make sure it feels okay for the knees. Curtsy fire hydrant, last set. Drop down, lift, down. So remember, that hip's gonna take a little movement. As we come down, it opens. As we lift, has to close just a little bit. Last two. Awesome, take that leg around. Pigeon stretch. Oh, that feels nice. We're moving into Pilates. So we're gonna be coming down to the floor, switch sides. I'm gonna move my bar real quick so I can use full range of the mat and not have to get out of camera shot. I'm gonna show you a lot of options. If the first one doesn't feel right to you, keep working through it. We're gonna lay down on our right side, stack our hips, coming into a teaser. I'm gonna show you single leg option first. So as we rise, one leg can lift, we draw our belly towards our thighs, roll to the right hip, and come back down. Or we can have both legs come up, reach towards belly to thighs, slowly lower. Bottom knee can come down. So another option is to come up higher and start on the forearm and stretch it out. Lift or back to the top. Whichever one feels best for you, make it work. It's very slow and controlled, so we want to exhale, reach, inhale, lengthen. One more, you got this. Rise, stretch on that right glute, come all the way down. Side hover. Stack the right elbow onto the right shoulder. We can have our knee down, scissored or stacked. Lift our hips. Take a little pressure out of that shoulder. Now I'm going to face away from you, but just for a second. Come down to a hover on the forearms. So elbow stack right underneath our shoulders. Press the forearms into the mat. Strong spine. Switch sides. Coming onto the left forearm, side hover. Now again, option me down, scissors or stacked. Are you sweating? I'm sweating for sure. All right, we're gonna go to the teaser on the other side. Remember all of your options. We stretch and rise, coming onto the left glute, reach, and then slowly lower back down. Take a deep breath in. Option to bend one knee, come to a single leg extension, and come back down. Another option, start higher. You can even bend both knees, coming in, and then slowly lower onto the forearm. Whichever one you're choosing, keep that spine tall and long, and breathe into control. Two more. You can mix and match. Last one. Stretch. And lower. Ooh, that made me sweat. All right, deep breath. I'm gonna turn sideways. You can stay right where you are if you'd like. Okay, lie on your back, just take a deep breath. Scissors, bent knee option or full extension options. One leg can be out, draw the nose to the knee. We're gonna pull in and switch. Pull in and switch. It's a double breath out through the mouth, switch in through the nose. So bend the knees if you'd like. You can even release the whole upper body. Notice the core. Pull up through the pelvic floor, draw in through our hip bones. So that whole line strengthening. All right, we're gonna take this to a straddle split reach through. So let the legs open out as we reach up and down. So these hips are just opening out. If you want to arrest, you can just lay here. Feels pretty good. Or you can stay with the work, little pulses. If that head is getting heavy, let your hands support, but we're not tucking it in. So keep the chin, just a little distance off the chest, jump into Harabandha. We are getting near the end of this song. Pilates 100, but we're not doing 100. So pump it out, legs can be at 45, up towards the sky, knees can be bent or to the ground. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Pump the arms. Stay here if you can. Take an option if you need it. We've got about 10 more seconds. Really press those lower abdominals down to the ground. The feet are at first position, so heels together, toes apart. Last 8. Oh, relax. Stretch it out long. Take some nice deep breaths. Oh, last song, we're going to focus mostly on our back strength, our postural strength. All right, we're going to begin in a little ball. So tuck our chin in, bring our knees to our chest. So this next one is called roll like a ball. It's Pilates. If it does not feel good for your body, I invite you to stay right here until we go into boat pose. Bring our heels to our glutes and use our breath and our core to make the body roll. Again, if that doesn't feel good, hold everything. Tight little ball. All right, last one. Come all the way up. Find boat pose. Options for boat. Hands can stay on the thighs. Arms can extend out to the side. Overhead, legs can extend, and it's okay if you shake. You've been doing a lot of work. Release. Back down to bridge. Feet are right out in front of our knees. Press into our feet. Lift our hips. Walk the shoulders just a little bit. Palms up. And then we're going to do some bridge glute work. Optional single leg. Left leg to the sky, single dip. Drop, push. So as we do this bridge work, we're working our posterior chain, which is great for our posture as well as our pelvic floor stability. And when we do single leg bridge, it helps to work through our imbalances. So even if this leg isn't fully extended, maybe just keep it down but put all the work in that right leg. Try to focus the energy there. Or you can split it evenly. All right, let's pulse it up. Press, press. Let's roll. As we press, really think squeeze, squeeze. Hips are level. And release the left leg. Option to rest or hold your bridge. Now you should feel a significant difference between the two sides if you did single leg. So if you did do single leg, guess what? We have got to do the other side. Lift our right leg up to the sky, single bridges. Drop, lift. Are you breathing? Inhale, exhale. If you're sitting just a little bit, let's make it bigger. Really focus the attention on our breath as it provides for our glutes. Stay here, drop, push. Think about pushing straight down into the floor as our toe reaches straight up towards the sky. It's firing, let's pulse. Rise, rise. Don't forget your choices. Bring it down, but try to still focus single leg or just push into both feet. Almost there, 4 more. Let's roll. All right, release. Heels can stay or rise. Let's take a deep stretch. Press into our back of our arms and really feel that extension. Nice stretch. Breathe into the front of the body. Now release our heels. Draw the soles of our feet together. Stay in our bridge, but now butterfly legs. So really feeling those external rotators again. Everything firing in our back. All right, release. Bring our knees back to our chest. Option to stay or roll. Again, see how it feels for your body, but make sure we're not doing this. That's momentum. We want to use core. Last one, come all the way up into boat pose. Same choices. Might be a little more tired this time. See how you feel. Make sure it feels right for the back. So we're in front of that tailbone. Lift our chest. Take any choice. Oh, it's okay if you're shaking. So bad. Release. Last bit. Come to the belly. Just a little bit more. Can you come with me? Option for full bow or half bow. I'm going to set up the half first. Right arm forward. Left arm reaches towards our ankle. Grab it and flex. Strap option here. You can press or take full bow if you prefer. Both hands to both ankles. Let's make sure we're keeping our knees in line with our hips, so draw them in and protect that knee joint. If we did half, switch sides. Left forearm forward. Right ankle into our hand, flexing at the ankle. Come on, breathe, you can do it. You're almost there. Feel that whole front stretch as we strengthen our posterior. Last breath. We made it. Press it back to child's pose. Breathe into the whole back side of our bodies. You did some hard work. Let's take just about 5 minutes here for a stretch and a release. Walking our hands to the right, hips to the left, lateral stretch. Switch, hands to the left. So this is kind of a fun song. I invite you to be playful, maybe a little sensual with it. Walk it back to center, cat-cow. Round up the spine, exhaling. Inhale, open the chest, roll up and down the spine. Follow our breath. All right, here comes that release. Roll around in a barrel. Kind of combining cat-cow and wag the dog. And switch sides, moving with our breath. Bring it back to neutral. Walk our hands forward. Tuck the toes downward facing dog. Feel free to paddle one heel at a time. Stretching the backs of our legs, calves, Achilles, hamstrings. From down dog, bending our right knee, let's draw big circles through our hip socket. So keep the heel close to the butt as we draw those circles. Switch directions. Stepping our right foot all the way to the top of our mat. Kneeling lunge, drop our back knee down. Take a deep breath, rise up, and if you want to dance or sway and sing. Ooh, la, la, la. Feel your body, breathe into the body. Let's place our left hand to the ground. Inhale, length, exhale, twisting towards our right. Ooh la la, our spine loves a good twist. So let's come back through the center, step it back to downward facing dog. Any movement you like here, if you kind of want to roll through the hips, or if you want to bend and straighten our knees, maybe lift and lower our heels. Breathe. Bend our left knee, heel to glute, and draw big circles through the knee. Switch directions. Now step left foot all the way to the top of our mat. Drop our back knee down. Feel the sinking down through our hips, and then breathe in to rise up. Again, whatever feels good here. Let your body breathe. Let your body sing. Say ooh la la la. Stretching and movement feels so good. Right hand down. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the chest to the left. Let's release our hand. Walk to face the long edge of our mat, turning our toes in. Head releases down for wide leg forward fold. Same straddle splits. Breathe. Now if you have a chair or a bar here, be mindful of your head. Let's turn our heels in, toes out, start to rise up. We can bring our hands to our thighs or our heart as we just take a little shift from side to side, Skandasana. So we're gonna feel our inner thighs stretching. Again, any choices here. Heel can stay down, toe can stay down. Bring it through the center, rise through the chest, big shoulder rolls. Open that chest. Feel the body breathing. And roll them forward. Take a lateral flexion. Inhale out, exhale, lateral flexion to one side, breathing into the ribs. Inhaling through the center, exhale to the other side. And back through the center. Let's step all the way to the top of our mat, mountain pose. Take a nice deep breath in, stretching our hearts up to the sky. And then just bring our elbows down into cactus, lifting our hearts, breathing, finding gratitude for this moment, for the practice, and for all that our our bodies gave us today. Namaste.